Italy is by far one of our favorite European countries. We have both visited numerous times and are always learning new tips to remember for our next trip. Here are a few of our top travel tips for Italy. Italy travel tips. 1. When you book an overnight train, make sure you specify Mr. or MS on your ticket. Our last overnight train experience made for a funny story, but we don't recommend following in our footsteps. Scott had accidentally booked my ticket under the Mr. salutation. The employee almost did not let us on the train since all of the compartments are separated male and female unless you book a private compartment. Even after we convinced the train employee to let us on, our bunkmate was not happy and we couldn't communicate with him since we didn't speak the same language. 2. Don't order insalata verde and expect anything more than a bowl of lettuce. Take it from us and learn from our mistakes. Normally, house or green salads in the States have varied vegetables included, so I was not prepared for just a bowl of romaine lettuce. 3. Don't make special requests when ordering at a restaurant. Italians usually take things as listed on the menu, and you don't want to be the annoying foreigner who asks for special items. However, they are becoming more accustomed to vegans and vegetarians, so this shouldn't be an issue when ordering at most of the restaurants frequented by tourists. 4. Prepare to eat late. Many restaurants, especially the fancy ones, don't open until 7 p.m. or later. 5. When browsing menus and deciding where to eat, pay attention to the Il Coperto cover charge. The cover charge varies from restaurant to restaurant, usually a few euros. This charge is often listed at the bottom of the menu. This way you won't be surprised when you get the bill. 6. ATMs ampersand money. It's a good idea to exchange some money before you leave your home country. ATMs are the most economical way to exchange money while you are in Italy, but the airport ATMs may be empty when you land, especially on a weekend, and you don't want to be forced to exchange your money at one of the expensive currency exchanges. 7. Transportation strikes are common in Italy, so give yourself plenty of time if you need to catch a flight. Don't be shocked if there is a strike of some sort that may affect your travel plans. It's not uncommon for Italians to have train strikes, taxi strikes, or bus strikes. Strikes have become a part of the culture and way of life in Italy. Most strikes are announced ahead of time, so you can usually plan around them. Just be sure to pay attention to signs in the local train stations about any upcoming strikes. 8. Book accommodation outside of big cities to get the best deals and avoid crowds. If you don't want to pay full price for your accommodation, or if you prefer to avoid major crowds, oftentimes you can find a hotel, hostel, or campground in a nearby town. This came in handy during our travels in Cinque Terre. To learn more about the 5 villages, find out where to stay in Cinque Terre. There was a train strike, and if we had stayed in any one of the 5 villages, we wouldn't have been able to get a train out. A fellow traveler said it cost him 50 euros for a taxi to the next town so he could catch his train. A trip to Italy is not complete without visiting one of this country's most beautiful wine regions. Villa Nuba is a romantic villa tucked away in the countryside of Umbria and is only a 15-minute walk to the medieval center of Perugia. 9. Train travel. Book your tickets at the train station with an actual person whenever possible. Some of the booking options are not available online or in the station kiosks. Trenitalia's website is also notorious for not working correctly. If you want to book ahead of time to get the best price, but you don't know your exact dates or time of departure, then get an ordinary ticket. You will